What's up, family? This is what sports television is made for. It is kickoff, and this is Speak. There is absolute chaos with the Buffalo Bills, one of the best teams in football, and it is complete anarchy going on in Buffalo. Now, stay with me. They just fired this man, Ken Dorsey, the offensive coordinator, the mind behind the offense, because remember, their head coach is a defensive mind. Now, they replaced him with Joe Brady. Joe Brady, the man behind me in the hat, standing next to Josh Allen. But the question is this. I got to tell you and remind you about what's going on in Buffalo. Who is Joe Brady? See, Joe Brady came to prominence when he coached Joe Burrow, the best college football team by record ever, 15-0 national champs. Joe Brady was the offensive coordinator for Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, amongst others. So now that Ken Dorsey is gone, Joe Brady is in, and Josh Allen is still there. But the question at hand, with all the chaos going on, LeSean McCoy, is Josh Allen the Bills' biggest issue? I will say this, and I will preface with this. We've heard a lot of voices on television today, a lot of them. But you are the only voice in my mind on national television that actually played with Josh Allen. So of all the voices you all have heard on social media, like Shady, I would say that your voice carries the most weight, at least to me. You know Josh Allen personally.
Thank you, brother.
Teammate, friend, this is valuable. Break it down. Is Josh Allen the Bills' biggest issue?
Before I answer this, Joe Brady, is that what you said?
Joe Brady?
I like him. You know why?
Why that?
Got Brady in his name. He got to be good. No, but I would say that Josh is he's probably the biggest issue right now, right? But he's not the only issue.
Sure.
I think it's a lot to that. I mean, if you look at the defense, everybody's hurt, right? And I think Von Miller's a guy who's really, really great player, but he's slowing down. The injury is, I think with him, he's still getting back to his original self. And then you look at Matt Milano's all-pro linebacker.
Cool.
You need.
Cool.
Right?
Talk to me about Josh Allen. Nope. Because you spent a second on Josh, and now you're talking about Von Miller. You're talking about Matt Milano. Yeah. You're talking about Tre'Davious White. Talk to me about the man who leads the league in turnovers this year.
I'm giving you all.
Give me that later. Okay. Give me that later. Right now, talk to me about Josh.
Josh Allen has to play better. Simple as that. I think the issue with him is he tries to do too much. But even when I play with him, he's so talented and so gifted that you can see impression at times, right? Even like the small fourth down conversion they had. I forget what wide receiver it was. I think it was number 10. I can't remember who it was. But easy pass, and he's trying to aim it. He's trying to be too perfect. And I think he feels the pressure. He feels the critics. He feels everybody what they're talking about. But if we really just break down who Josh Allen really is, he is a quarterback that can give you tons of touchdowns, right? And it's a quarterback that can give you a lot of picks. But that's the thing about Josh Allen that people don't understand, though. Over his course of the last 3 to 4 years, he's always turned the ball over. The difference is now they're not winning them games. Before he put his team in a hole, maybe down 10, down 7, and losing the game because of his picks, but he'll find ways to win them games. And then we cannot, forget who Josh Allen really is. For example, it's 32 teams in the NFL, right? And Josh Allen's playing bad right now. Out of 32 teams, it may be 4 teams to pass on Josh Allen if he was available, right? The Chiefs, maybe the Eagles,
of course.
Right? The Bengals. Yeah. That's when it starts getting funky now. Who else?
Ravens.
Maybe the Ravens, right?
You know the Chargers. They let them some herb.
No, that's 4. So
Texans.
What's that? 28 in the Texans. So out of 28 teams want Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And they'll take all that bad luggage. They'll take all that because they know how good his ceiling really is. Now he has to be better for them to win games. And the thing is, he don't have a lot of help around him. You look at them wide receiver cores that a lot of these other top quarterbacks have, they're a lot better than Josh Allen's. And I think that if Josh Allen had them type of players on his offense, you wouldn't see him pressing so much. You wouldn't see him forcing it so much. That's the truth. So a lot of that is Josh Allen, but some of that is he needs more help. Yeah. He does.
I like it. At least you talked about Josh Allen.
Because I'll say this. It's some teams that I think if you put Josh Allen on.
Yeah, it was a real soft landing, though.
I'm going to say, I think they.
Man. He I'm glad it ain't my turn no more.
No, I'm just saying, I wasn't keeping it real. That's keeping it real. Josh Allen is playing bad, and he's a big reason why they losing. Yeah. But it's not all on him. Yeah. He is so good, and he's still elite.
No doubt.
He's having a bad year, which happens all the time with great players. Yeah. I think that if you ask all these other GMs and owners, if they would take Josh Allen over their quarterback, a lot of them, like 28 teams, probably would. That's the truth of it.
Yeah. It was on me.
It's on you, big dog. Is he the biggest issue?
Absolutely. Shady brought up a good point, right? He's been turning the football over, but they were finding ways to win. Who was getting the praise? Josh Allen. That's right. On the cover of Madden, doing all this stuff, a lot of commercials. Josh Allen is one of the top elite quarterbacks in the game, turning the ball over, but they were finding ways to win. He's doing the same thing right now, but they are not finding ways to win, right? We all know no matter what happens on any of these football teams, it's always going to be a scapegoat. It ain't never going to be Josh Allen with the type talent that he has, so it had to be Dorsey, be the scapegoat. But it is Josh Allen's fault. You touch the football every single play. And since you have came into the National Football League, you have turned the football over more than any quarterback in the National Football League since you have came into the National Football League. So basically, this is Josh Allen getting Dorsey fired. And the reason why I say that is because some of these throws that he's throwing, I don't care who's calling the plays. These are repeated mistakes, right? The ball he tried to throw on the sideline is the same ball he tried to throw on the sideline in Cincinnati that got picked off. So at one point, I understand you got a strong arm. I understand you're a talented quarterback, but at one point, you have to get consistent and you have to throw the football in places to where these receivers can only get it. He's turning the ball over way too much. It will be crazy to say that Josh Allen is not the biggest problem right now in Buffalo because the ball is in his hands every single play. And I understand he can have more, but he has done a lot with what he has right now year after year after year when you talk about statistics. Whether it's Stefon Diggs, whether it's Gabe Davis, whatever, he has balled with these dudes. You know, and now it just looks like Josh Allen, if we keeping it a buck, it looks like he's taking a step back. 6 straight games with an interception.
Yikes.
If that was any other quarterback, and I ain't gonna bring his name up, Shady would have murdered him on this thing. You know what I'm saying? Ceiling or not.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Josh, you have the ball in your hand every single play, and Josh is not delivering. He is not playing at an elite quarterback level, even though he has elite quarterback talent. Point blank, period.
Yeah, he's the biggest problem because with great power comes great responsibility.
That's true.
He's the face of the organization. He's somebody that we all consider to be elite, one of the best players, if not the best at his position in the league. We see the talent that he has. We've seen the results of that talent. But we have to hold him to the same standard that we hold all other elite quarterbacks to. And at this point, it is actually is having causation. The offensive coordinator was just fired. Their record is not what it's supposed to be based off the expectations that they had for themselves this year. There's division in the locker room. There's noise outside of the locker room that we're about to discuss. So these are real problems. I don't think that they lost the game solely because of Josh Allen yesterday. There were other mistakes that were made, but you're the leader. You're the one that's supposed to set the tone. And my issue with Josh Allen has always been the same. I love the talent that he has. I love the ceiling that he has. He's spectacular. But the reason that the conversation about talent always, I don't know, it just kind of irritates me a little bit is because you can have all the talent, but you have to have everything else too in order to truly have success at the highest level. And consistency is one of those things. So it's not just that the Bills are inconsistent. Josh Allen is inconsistent. The term gunslinger sounds fun, right? Because we love Westerns. Gunslinger. It's like a little sexy. It's a little scary. But there's consequences to that. And when you're talking about a margin of error as small as it can be in the NFL, with wins meaning as much as they do in this league, with one mistake having the type of causation that costs people's jobs and legacies and dynasties and all these things, that has to matter at some point. So I don't even know if it's really fixable with Josh Allen, but well, I mean, we have a lot of evidence that it's not. So I want to believe that he's capable of dialing it back because I feel like we saw it a little bit at the beginning of the season, but he's defaulted back to turning the ball over, and he's always been able to overcome it. And I think that sometimes if you reward bad behavior, you justify it, and then maybe that's what's happened with Josh Allen.
It's fascinating. I agree with everything you said. Something you said scared me because if Josh Allen cannot fix this, What does that mean for the Buffalo Bills? Now, we'll get to that momentarily, but I think players are a reflection of their coach, and an offense is a reflection of the quarterback. You will not find a consistent offense in an inconsistent quarterback, and you will not find a tough offense in a soft quarterback. So the Bills' offensive inconsistencies are just reflective of the fact that their quarterback is inconsistent. Josh Allen is the Bills' biggest issue. You cannot win on a consistent basis at the highest level with the quarterback that leads the league in interceptions since 2018 forward, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, and now we are in 2023 pushing to 2024. Josh Allen is the biggest issue for the Buffalo Bills, but Shady's not the only issue, because the Bills got some drama in the locker rooms. Stefon Diggs' brother, Trevon Diggs, all-pro in his own right, cornerback for the Dallas Cowboys, he's hurt, but his fingers are still active. Because after the game, he took to social media and he hopped on X, formerly known as Twitter, and he said, man, 14 got to get out of there. 14 obviously is his brother's jersey number. He also added, let's not forget, he, Josh Allen, didn't start going off till Stefon Diggs, got there. So Trevon Diggs, the brother of Stefon Diggs has notably shown his frustration with Josh Allen on camera and off camera. Stefon Diggs' brother, Trevon Diggs, is now speaking up. Shady, what is your reaction to this madness?
Yeah, I didn't really care for it. I think Trevon Diggs is a hell of a player, so he has a voice which is going to be heard. And also, I guess I give him grace because he's his brother. His brother's involved, and you know who wouldn't speak up for their brother. Only thing I didn't like is let's not forget how bro was before Josh Allen. I think Stefon Diggs and Josh Allen are meant for each other. I truly believe that because Stefon Diggs, I think right now is a top 5 receiver, hands down, right, pushing for that top 3.
No doubt.
But before Josh Allen, nobody was speaking on that. I thought top 5, top
balling.
Slow down for a second. Top 5.
Bruh, the man.
You gonna tell me? I don't ask about the man. I'm asking you. Was he
as a football
player?
He
was with the Vikings. You tell me he's the top 5.
He was going to work with the Vikings.
Right.
Never made a Pro Bowl or All-Pro.
I don't even know what he's talking about. I'm just trying to just bleep that out for a second. Anyway, he comes to the Bills, right? Josh Allen needed a guy like Stefon Diggs. That's why his career jumped up like that. I'm talking about Josh. Yep. But also Stefon Diggs' career jumped up.
No doubt.
I mean, every year he's considered like 100+ catches, yards, all pros, Pro Bowls. So they're meant for each other. So I didn't like that part. But as far as him, taking up for his brother, I totally get that. We just can't forget that before Josh had Stefon Diggs, he was cool, he was good, he was all right. Right? Stefon, before he had Josh, he was cool, he was all right. I think they're meant for each other, and together they're a crazy, great duo. Together.
Now, in these toxic relationships, though, 2-5, usually when they break up, somebody gonna take a bigger L. Who needs who more? Does Josh need Stefon more, or does Stefon need Josh more?
I do think that. That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. Stefon Diggs is going to get busy anywhere he goes. I truly believe that. I just think that Josh Allen and Stefon Diggs have a great connection where every quarterback can't really get that. So to answer your question, who's going to benefit more, I probably would say Josh has benefited more with Stefon Diggs. I think that you can just look at the numbers and just see the connection. Like when he had Stefon Diggs, he's a different quarterback. When I played with him, he was young, good quarterback. He wasn't there yet. I think Stefon makes him elite. But then on the other side, I think Josh Allen makes Stefon Diggs elite. You know, I would say that if I had to pick out of the two, who's better, I would say Stefon Diggs is probably a better football player than Josh Allen. I would say that. But together, they are a great duo.
That's fascinating. Yeah. Joy, you had a brother played in the National Football League, so you can probably empathize with this a little bit more than most. Trevon Diggs coming to the aid on social media of Stefon Diggs. Did you have an issue with it?
Yeah, whew, I'm glad Jay wasn't in that social media era. But he would not have approved.
You been going off?
That was never even a conversation. I knew better. But I don't have a problem with him defending his brother. Like, this is his brother. He cares. Who's he going to care about more than his brother and wanting to see him have success? I would agree with Shady. I think that they need each other. Yes, if they were to break apart in this situation, Josh Allen needs him more than Stefon Diggs needs Josh Allen at this point in their careers. But they needed each other to get to the space that they are. And particularly when you look around this roster, if Stefon Diggs is not there right now, I don't know what we're talking about with the Buffalo Bills.
That's true.
That's true. That's a fact.
I got a question for you because I don't want to build off a false premise. You said I don't have a problem with him defending his brother. But I don't view this as a brotherly defense. Stefon Diggs was not under attack. Yeah. Stefon Diggs was just playing a football game that they lost, and now Trevon Diggs, in my mind, unnecessarily hops on social media and says, man, 14 got to get up out of there. Defending his brother, I'm with you. I have a brother also that played in the National Football League. I would defend him above others. But did you view this as, like, defending Stefon Diggs? What attack was Diggs under?
Well, I mean, that depends on where you're looking. If you want to find somebody who has a problem with somebody, X is a good place to go. So you will find what you're looking for. Somebody got a problem with everything. I'm sure someone has a problem with the red lipstick today. We look hard enough, we're going to find it. So where he felt inspired to, quote unquote, defend his brother, that's not hard to find. People are going to be blaming everyone on the Bills for the struggles that they're dealing with lately. But I would imagine they're leaning more towards Josh Allen. But I look at it as a defense because this non-winning is going to affect Stefon Diggs' legacy as well. Mm-hmm. Like, he's a player that people expect great things from in this league because he is a great talent. And by association, he's on the Bills because he plays there. So their success is linked to his success overall as far as his legacy goes. So it's a very nuanced answer. I just don't think it's as simple. I understand what you're asking. He's not getting particularly attacked the way Josh Allen is. But defending somebody who you care about, who's in a situation that you think is a struggle for him, to me, I still view it as a defense.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I agree with everything you guys said, especially when you guys said Josh Allen and Stefon Diggs, you know, kind of were meant for each other because they are a top duo in the National Football League. But Stefon Diggs, 63 catches, 1,100 yards with the Vikings. That's yak yardage. That's balling.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.